Good evening, everyone. Hello.
Very good evening, sir. You are audible, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for the confirmation. Yes, yes. Good evening. So, welcome to the session. This is a webinar on STEM curriculum, STEM education, everything related to the STEM.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am. Good evening. So, let's quickly jump into the things. And before going into the session, if you have any questions regarding STEM, regarding science, regarding anything about the session, you can always pause me and ask me that. If not, you can use the chat. You can use the chat is open for everyone. You can use the chat box to type your queries, concerns, questions, everything. Okay, and let's make this session interactive so that you can learn something, and also I will get some acknowledgement from you so that we can move and complete it as a very productive session. So before going into STEM, anything related to the session, I just quickly want to know, do you know the um, abbreviation or the acronym STEM? What does STEM stands for? Please use chat box to answer, or you can unmute yourself and answer also. Yeah, Milan, yeah, please, sir. Is there a question?
Sir, is it science, technology, engineering, and mathematics?
Yes, ma'am, that's correct. And Sabah Hamad, yes, ma'am, that yes, it is correct. Both answers are the same. Science, it stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. So with that, let's start the session. Welcome, everyone. My name is Sriram Reddy, and I'm a subject matter expert, science with Next Education. If you have any question, you can always raise your hand at any point of the session, and you can ask it. Yes, sir, Rakesh, sir, that's correct. So STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. There is also called STEAM. Can anyone tell me what is STEAM? STEAM.
Sir, art is also there.
Yes, ma'am, that's correct. A in STEAM stands for art. Art integrated into different curriculums are known as the STEAM curriculum. That is science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. So can you might already know what's the STEM, but I want to know why it is very important, because why everyone is talking about STEM. What is the thing about the STEM? Can anyone tell me why it is very important? Just if you have any experience related to that in your teaching career, it can be anything. Anyone? Learning by doing. Yes,
Hello.
yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Yeah,
I'm
please
audible.
continue. Yeah, you are audible.
Yes, sir. One thing is there when our students are getting bored, है ना, with the study. So art
Hmm.
should be there so that they will enjoy the study. And
Yes,
if
ma'am.
they want to do something on computer, so they should know the technology. So technology should be there. And if they want to do something like practical in science, so they can also use technology also in science subject. So I think, and if they want to calculate something or derivations are there in science, so mathematics, they should know the mathematics also. So all these subjects are there important for us.
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely correct. And I got some responses in the chat. Let me go through that. Yes, it is also learning by doing. It is for the skill development. That is correct, Shobana ma'am. Shobha ma'am. Pradeep sir, you said art integrated pattern. Yes, in STEM, STEAM. A stands for art. Yes, that's correct. And Rajesh sir saying it fosters critical thinking. It's not only for critical thinking, sir, it fosters all the 21st century skills. In this session, we will discuss about each and everything. Okay. So before going into the session, I would like to share. Yes, Meghana ma'am. Yes, that's it's also for skill and innovation about the topic session. Yes, that's correct. So before going into the session, I would like to share a small story that I personally uh, encountered it maybe like 6 months ago, something like that. So I have a nephew who is grade 5, who is studying in grade 5. So I'm going through this particular social media, and I'm going through some video, and he's also beside me, and he's also like watching the video. Then we came across a video of this particular drilling machine, where that something is happening in the drilling machine, like similar to this drilling machine, not exactly the same. So this drilling machine, where uh, it is collecting soil sample, or it is like drilling the hole to insert something big, something like that. So being the science educator myself, I asked him, okay, do you know the principle behind this particular thing, or how it is working, what is the science behind this particular machine or particular activity? Then he said he have no idea, because this is something new. This he never encountered anywhere something like this. Then I showed something new. Quickly went to the particular Google, and I searched something, and I showed him this thing, this thing. Then yeah, then he's asked, yes, yes, I know this thing because it is there in my textbook under the machine learning, or so working with the machines. There is, this is known as a screw, and we can insert it inside, and we can increase it back, take it back. Now can you tell me why my nephew is able to identify this particular image but not currently this image? What is the difference between these two images, and why the understanding of one image is very easy, and whereas understanding of other image is very difficult? Any answers? Yes, ma'am. Complexity. Okay, we got one response. Complexity. Yes. I saw someone on, like, Manita ma'am. Yeah, you, if you want to say anything, you can please. I can see people joining around. Welcome to the session. Okay, teachers, if you don't have anything to share, please unmute yourself. Yeah. Any answers? The student should be able to apply the knowledge in real life situation. Yes, this is a real life situation, but they are not able to apply the knowledge. Anything else? Any other answers? Just the simple answer. The answer is this particular image is not there in the textbook, whereas this image is there in the textbook. So that's the main problem for this kind of or this generation science learners, sir. Their entire understanding of the science is limited to the textbook. That is the biggest problem. So in this situation, my nephew or someone in the grade 5 student, they are able to identify the screw principle, because the screw principle is given in the textbook with the example, with the image. Same screw principle, teachers. Oh yeah. Same screw principle is also used at the larger scale at industry level, like something like a drilling machine. Here also the principle is same, but the scale is different. So students are not able to identify because this particular image is not there in the textbook. So that is also NCF like main concern is take the learning outside the textbook. That is what important. So from this example, we can conclude that there is a very requirement to connect the life from the textbook to the outside world. Am I right? All clear? Children are not able to apply the knowledge. Yes, they are not able to apply the textbook knowledge in the outside world. Yes, ma'am, that's correct. Yeah. So before going into the session, I have one more question over here. So this is a very common thing whenever we go out to buy televisions or something like that. We'll look at the screen size. So you can see I got some options pulled from the internet. You can see I highlighted it: 108 centimeter 43 inches, one is 80 centimeter, other one is 32 inches, other one is 32 inches, and you can see 60 centimeter 24 inches. Both are same, just the it is centimeter, this is inches. That's the only difference. So can anyone tell me what is the significance of this number? What does it tells about the TV? Because in STEM, M is also there. M stands for mathematics. So this is a very related required question to answer. Teachers, please respond so that we can make it very interactive. Television, yes, this is a television, but I want to know what is the significance of this number? Measurements. Can you be
Can
specific?
you be specific?
Yes, I got one answer. Yes, ma'am.
So
Ruby,
that
ma'am.
the
Yeah.
students can relate the mathematics with this real life examples.
Okay, ma'am. That's correct, but that's not my question. Ruby, ma'am, you can answer. You can unmute yourself and talk. I can see a raised hand. Okay. Maybe by mistake. Yeah, Sarbani ma'am. Yeah, you can unmute yourself and answer. Yes, ma'am. Please, please.
It's actually shows the diagonal measurement of the display panel of a TV.
Yes, ma'am. That's correct. It's the diagonal length of the display panel. So can you also elaborate why can anyone elaborate why this diagonal length came, how this is related to mathematics concept? Why not length into breadth? Because this is a rectangle. Why not length into breadth? Why not breadth into length? Why only diagonal length? Why not length into breadth? Why only the diagonal length? Yeah, I can see some correct answers. Rajna ma'am, yes, this is the diagonal length. Yes, Manish, that's correct. Anyone? Okay. So because it is the longest, yeah, fair enough. That's also yes, yes, that's also okay. And yes, Ruby ma'am, yeah, you can unmute yourself and give your answers, give your responses. I can see lot of raised answers, but you're not unmute yourself. Yeah, marketing best for scale. Yes, that's also a good point. So in mathematics, actually there is this property in rectangles saying that in a rectangle both diagonals are same. So you can say length is also longish in comparison between the length and breadth. Length is longish. Why not length? Because if you use the length, that will give very wrong notion to the buyer, saying that okay, what is this one thing is required, like it is it length or is it breadth or anything. If they use two, then there comes, for example, here one brand is using breadth into length, other brand is using length into breadth. So that creates lot of confusion for the consumers, for the sellers, and everyone involved in this process. To standardize this, they used the grade 5 mathematics concept, saying that in a polygon, in a rectangular polygon, both diagonals are same. So doesn't matter one brand is using this diagonal, other brand is using that diagonal, both will be the same. So point that's why if you take any screen, no need not to be the television screen. Yeah, Kanupre ma'am, please unmute yourself if you have nothing to say. Mm, yeah, that's done. So it doesn't matter if LG one brand is using doesn't matter if LG is using one brand and the other brand is using other diagonal, both will be the same. So that this is known as standardization, not only for television. If you go with the laptop screens, if you go with the monitor screens or phone screens, every screen is same, because just they have to measure the diagonal length and they can see this. So why this point is very important is uh, actually the question students should ask this question after the grade 5, after the polygons concept. They should ask this question, ma'am or sir, ma'am, you said in a polygon two parameters are required, length and breadth, but my TV screen in our home also a rectangle, but it has using only one parameter, that is only 35 inches or 32 inches to describe that. How can a rectangle can be described using one parameter? But students are not asking these questions because they are taking informations to the face value. They are not thinking beyond the face value information. That's where they are going, they are stopping. They are not even thinking, okay, why it is there. They are not even questioning some basic why. If they are not questioning it why, then there is no chance for them to get in knowledge. Until unless you don't question it, you will not get any information out of it. So you have to question it, and it is very important to build this question. That's why it is a teacher's responsibility, it is an educator responsibility to spark this curiosity, for them to think, for them to question. Then only they are going to get the knowledge out of it. So we'll start the progression. We'll look the progression of the STEAM curriculum. You can see in the beginning, in the maybe it's 1700s, the actually the mechanical manufacturing, everything like steam power. At the age, everything is steam powered engines, steam powered machines, steam powered printing machines, everything is there. And then if you go fast forward into 100 years, then the mass production started with cars like Ford model, Henry Ford model. Then the mass production of vehicles, mass production of this industrialization evolution started. And right after the 1900s, IT automation, like a lot of software, lot of apps are developing at that point. Lot of software is evolution is happening. Currently, if you see now, everything is AI. You can see the AI, the growth of evolution of AI is so huge. So in short, if students want to be in the future and in the very good place, they always have to think friend, think about the future. So I will come back to this. Yes. So just a second. Yeah, this is how the evolution industry 1.0 and 2.0, 3.1, 4.4. This is the gradual increase between.
This is how the transformation of industrial revolution happened.
Yeah. So STEM education consists of uh, so many things. First, we have to start with the textbook analysis. Then we have to give applications for it. Then you have to change the teaching model. Then we have to do the practice and everything. So let's see how
You want me
this.
to add inputs, Sriram, here? I was actually on another call, so I couldn't. So I'll just tell
Yes.
you, yeah. So I'll tell you the reason for moving or transforming from industrial revolution to the educational transformation that you can see here from 1.0 to 1.4. So if you see here, the industrial revolution started from 1700 to 1800 to 1900 to 2000, where there is a transformation with respect to human labor to machines, and from machines to the electricity, and then from there to internet. And that is how we can say the 2000, the 4.0 industrial revolution or transformation. And the same thing had an impact upon the education even, where we call it as, like, if I say educational transformation at 1.0 is where more of traditional or conventional method of learning, where the teachers used to go with discussions or lecture method, and where the scope for the learner is very less, where I can say passive learning used to happen, and then focus more on the content rather than upon the understanding or the application skill set of the student. Now coming to the second one, that is education 2.0, where the focus is moved on to the digital tools as well as the learning online resources. So there was a complete shift towards both offline and online, which we call it as a blended learning. And next came with this education 3.0, the transformation, where we can see learner-centric approach has been emphasized, where critical thinking, problem solving, and collaboration has come into, and where teacher acting as a facilitator. Coming to the last one, which we have been following right now, is where the integration of AI, artificial intelligence, AR, augmented reality, VR, virtual reality, IoT, Internet of Things, data analytics, machine learning, etc. So these all is having a huge impact, because this is where we are very much connected to the real life situations or real world problem solving and analytical thinking skill sets. And here, interdisciplinary, that is the focus upon the different varied subjects rather than only focus on science or only on math. And even project-based learning aligned with the STEAM models. That is what you can see here in this picture of transformation. So there is a need for industrial transformation, which had an impact upon the educational transformation even. Right? Yes. Now coming to this, like how did the transformation happen? If you can see in one slide, you can see all the different approaches like project-based learning, easy and accurate assessment, data at fingertip, plethora of educational tools, means like varied approaches that you can use, and remote learning opportunities, which we call it as an online, and more personalized learning as per the pace of the learner, or non-adaptive without the pace of the, I mean to say, without even considering the pace of the learner. The next one. Yes, so this is mostly about the 4.0. How are we getting acquainted with the presently existing scenarios of, as I said here, AI and AR and VR. Yeah, move on to the next. And the reason for even transforming into this is the need for the jobs. Right, the competition is increasing day by day, year by year, and there is a need for like refining ourselves. If you see Dubai 17 years ago, it was just an, I can say, a land of desert. It's just a land of fishing village. But right now, you can see that it is a futuristic landmark. It's a futuristic landmark, and even you can say it's a land of desert which has been transformed into land of skyscrapers, and where it is nowhere, it is everywhere. That is how a huge transformation you have seen in Dubai. And right now, if you see, they have opted, earlier you can see that it is just a city of pearls, or it can be oil refineries. But now if you see, they are generating huge revenue by inviting the investors, and that too, that is where the creativity, innovation, and the logical thinking, because the demand for the investors who has the creative skills, who can create something, I mean to say, innovative and compared to what is already existing. So who can foresee the things at least 50 years ahead. That is where, yes, Bhaskar. So this transformation is actually demanding the educationalists and the teachers and the educators to change the way of the teaching as well as learning. Right? Yeah. Go to the next link. Right. So this is where you can see STEAM. Right now we are focusing on STEAM, and includes, when we include arts as well as then recreation, it includes STREAM. This is the actual one which we actually are trying to integrate in our curriculums in the form of science kits, math kits, robotic kits, okay, and even in the form of what we call it as creative aspects, something like projects like co-curricular activities, role plays, skits, etc. Right. Coming to the next one. Yeah, this is where you can see a pyramid with respect to all the subjects being aligned, where we are calling them as discipline, and the content with respect to, here you can see the different varied content regarding the science stream and the technology, computation, etc., engineering, architecture, and everything, math, algebra, operations, and art is where the creative effort would come in. So STEM and EA comes into your STEAM, and together it comes with recreation stream, and this is where the holistic approach is what we are trying to implement in our curriculum. Right. Yes, Bhaskar, do you have something? So in the first STEAM, when you say, first thing, anything that you want to assign to a student or you want to deliver to a student, first thing is you will set the learning objective. And the second thing is designed to solve the problems in the form, either it can take up mathematics, any subject. You want to take only science, but somewhere or the other subjects also will be integrated. So this is where you will design the procedure for that, or you will hypothesize the experimentation to see that whether you can reach that or not. The third one comes here, predicting the instruments to solve the problem, or using the problem solving skills or analytical skills. So how do you solve it? You draw the observations, and then you can see that from that observations you will make, like saying that, okay, for this parameter you're getting these many results, for this parameter 2 you're getting this many, so you'll compare with the control. That is how you come to an after doing all these experimentations and testing, you'll come to an evaluation. Okay, and that is where you're going to present it to the class, or to the I mean to say community, saying that this is what you have come up with. That is what we call as a solution. So this is what most of the industries are expecting it. And obviously that skill should be groomed from the day one, from the grade one, and cannot be maybe at then graduation level or post graduation level, then that cannot be groomed. That is the reason for integrating the stream and STEAM and STEM at a lower grade, that is from grade one. And gamification, so the same concept of awarding, this is also being given the way we have seen in STEAM. The same thing happens here. We need to set the goal, we need to track the goal, and we need to achieve the goal. The same phenomena or philosophy is what you can see in gamification. Even first thing is you're determining the goals, that is setting the learning objectives, you're encouraging them, you're experimenting, you're rewarding and giving the feedback. And that is what this platform we are going to showcase it with examples from our curriculum, from our books, from our LMS with respect to math and science. Yes, go ahead, Shriram.
So, so basically, the STEAM or STEM or stream are the bridge between the textbook and real life world. As you can see, there's a very like situation is there to connect the textbook to real life world outside it. It can be possible through the STEM. So STEM is not a something that can be seen as a individual things. Like you can't see science as separate thing, you can't see engineering as separate thing, you can't see mathematics as separate thing, you can't see art as separate thing. It used to be like a complete sync, and you have to create one thing. This is also known as cross-curricular approach or multi-curricular approach. Then only the real life integration will be better. For example, let's say you are discussing about the technology that we are using mostly, for example mobile phones. You can't simply take the mathematics out of it and explain the mobile phones. You need science there, you need technology there, you need engineering there, you need mathematics there to explain the beneficial and also the not so beneficial aspects of the mobile phone to the this generation kids. So that's why it is a complete interdisciplinary and approach of STEM. Moving forward, I will also show the examples where we are integrating different subjects into one project or one activity. I'll also show that. So before going into the solutions part, let's just see what are the challenges in the traditional education system that STEM will obviously aiming to solve them. The first thing is students are least interested to know about the science subject, because science is something like an more of theory. For example, maths is also more of theory, so they are not, it is not appealing for them to learn. So we have to make it interactive, we have to make it engaging for the students to learn. So STEM is doing that. First problem. Second is traditional education lacks the skill development. So we are in the 21st century. As per NEP, there is something known as the 21st century skills. These skills are very much important for this generation students. So we have to develop that skills, and many of the skills are developed through STEM. And then there is active and passive learning. So active and passive learning is, for example, let's take a classroom. So if you start the classroom, after 10 minutes or after 7 8 minutes, whatever you're teaching, students are not able to absorb it. Students are not able to understand it because their attention span is very less, to 8 to maximum 8 minutes. Yes, Piyushi, ma'am, is there any question? Okay. So attention span is very less, so we have to do something to bring the attention span of the student, or to increase the attention span of the student, and then so that you can teach them better. So STEM is doing that particular thing. And one size fits all model. So it's like in any classroom all over India, in any classroom, it's a spectrum. No one student is similar to next student. Every student will have their own style of learning. Every student will have their own style of absorbing information, absorbing content. So that's why we shouldn't assume that, okay, let's take the textbook and teach it and then all the students will able to understand the concepts. That's not how it going to works. Different students will have different styles of learning, and so that we should cater the content, or we should have something in our library so that it can cater to different style of learners. So these are the problems. And moving forward, I will show the solutions what we have in our system, mapping to each and every problems. These are the problems that you can face in the traditional educations, and implementing STEM into our curriculum, we are solving these problems. So these are the problems. You can see the skills. So these are the parts of the skills, like problem solving, critical thinking, and collaboration and creativity. All these skills can be developed using the STEM. For example, problem solving, like problem solving, critical thinking, thinking outside the box. So while performing the project, they are able to develop these skills. And obviously projects are such of group activities or group things to do. So they are collaborating with the different students or the different people in the society. So hence the collaboration skill is developing. And the way they present the project, the way they present the results, that itself will developing is developing the creativity skill. Then traditional curriculum is very fixed curriculum, it's very rigid curriculum. So it's like, okay, take this particular chapter content and questions and read the questions by heart it, or the do or the training, you'll get the marks. So in this process they are not getting actual knowledge. Their end goal is always the marks. That's a traditional curriculum. If you wanted to make the personalized curriculum, we have to we have to give projects, we have to make it learning easy for them. So that is possible using the STEM curriculum. Because you can see 2 out of 3 students, according to a survey, in a classroom, let's say there are 30 children, 20 children are feeling disconnected after some point of the time. Even though they are physically present in the classroom, they're mentally absent. They are like they're not at all connected with the classroom, what's going on the whiteboard or the digital board. Only one third students are able to engage to the teacher. So this is not so good numbers, if you can see. So we have to increase these numbers. These numbers are increased through real life application, through the STEM curriculum and all these things. Yeah, this we already discussed. Like, this is a very rigid curriculum, whereas the STEM curriculum is traditional curriculum is very rigid curriculum. STEM curriculum is very personalized curriculum. So now let's see some solutions what we have in our system for this particular problems. So we are bridging the theory, textbook theory, to the practical physical world through multiple ways. Multiple ways. One is we have projects in the textbook itself. We have hands-on learning. We have virtual science lab setup. We have physical science lab setup. Through multiple ways, we are connecting the theory to the practical world. So first thing what we'll see is a project-based learning. So these are the sample projects that. Yes, Lata ma'am, is there a question? Okay. If you have a question, please raise your hand. So these are the some samples from our books. As you can see, this is a sample from grade 3 next spark science textbook. So here you can see this is a
Excuse me. I'm
yes ma'am.
sorry to interrupt.
No, no, that's
Um,
fine.
can you increase the screen because we are not able to read? I just want to go through like what is there in it.
Okay,
Yeah.
is it visible now? Actually,
You
this
have
is
to make
an
it to the screen actually.
This
this
is the textbook, ma'am, the screenshot which is taken from our textbook. On your
Okay.
mobile, you can just, I mean to say, zoom it and you can check it.
No, I'm in my laptop, so I'm not able to no read the content. So
Yeah, yeah. So he will explain the gist. Sriram, you can
is
explain
it
the gist of
yeah
that.
fine, thank you.
is it possible now? Is it visible now?
Yeah, better.
Yeah, this is the maximum that I can go. Okay. So this is an art integrated project. So this project itself is like divided into 4 parts, where we are connecting complete textbook. Typically what you'll see in the project, like, okay, this concept, you take it and do whatever you from this concept. So in that way, their entire knowledge of that particular thing is limited to the concept of the chapter. That's not how the project works. If you go to the any real life solution, real life problems, for example, building a solar plant or anything, like in future, in career path I'm talking about, they are working in a solar plant or something, they will not use only one chapter content there. They will use multiple chapters and multiple areas of expertise, and they will implement that or solve the particular problem. So that's why a project should consist different parts of the chapter or different parts of the content, and connecting it to one, it should have. So that's why this particular art integrated project will have 4 parts. And for example, this part you can see, they are building a light trap, so to trap the insects. In part 1, using the chapter of insects, and using the chapter of food items and their crops, and how to protect them. So using the knowledge from one chapter, they are building the one part of the activity. Then using the knowledge from the measurements, and they are building the measurements of the particular device. Then using the chapter knowledge from the light chapter, they are building the third part. And using everything else, and they're building the last part, and they're discussing on that. So that's how our art integrated project works. Our art integrated projects are completely designed in such a way that if each part is mapping to one part of the chapter, or the one chapter in the complete textbook. So you can see, next we have something like an activities in the chapter itself. So each chapter we will have some easily, on average, 5 to 6 activities. This I'm talking about the grade 3 and grade 5. If you go to higher grades, you will have like more number of activities. So all our activities are doable activities. And one of the important thing is, if you see any other textbook or even NCRT also, they are giving activity and connecting the conclusion to the chapter. That is well and good. But where is the observation? So what is the point of doing the activity if not you're writing the observations down, or if there is any way of calculating, or way of writing some observations, the way of observing something, if that is not there, then what's the point of conducting the activity? What's the point of performing the activity? Whereas if you see in our textbook, what we do is we give the activity, and then we also give something known as a observation box or observation table, where they have space to write the observations on what will happen in this particular activity. And one more thing is, you can observe there are some QR codes. This I'm talking about the textbook. In textbook, we have some QR codes. In this QR codes, you will get videos of this. Why? It is very important in science. When we are doing R&D, we noticed that in YouTube, especially in YouTube, there are a lot of fake videos. They to catch views or to attract people or anything like that. As being a science educator myself, when I'm doing R&D, I came across one video which is very much not possible at room temperature. But in video, they will say, okay, this is after 24 hours, and they will add food color or something, and they will show the direct results. So that will give very wrong information to the students regarding the particular science topic. So that's why what we did is, we will shoot our own videos. We will have a production house. We'll shoot our videos so that they are completely 100% authentic, as well as they are doable. And one more advantage what you will have is, you can actually play the activities in the classroom, or students can scan this QR code and watch the activity, and they will get this idea. Okay, they will get the virtual feel of, okay, performing the experiment. Because maybe for some students or from schools, the procuring materials and performing in the classroom might not be possible. So that, for that reason also, you can watch the videos. So in the later part of the session, I will play some videos, and I will show you how videos work as well. So these are what we have for the life skills. As you can see, let me go back. So yeah, one of the challenges for traditional education is lack of foundational skill development. So traditional education is not developing the required skills. For the same reason, we created some projects under the life skills, just for developing some set of skills. For example, here we are developing, and we mentioned also interpersonal skills, problem solving, communication skills. Whereas this particular life skills is developing self and global awareness, health awareness, and adaptability skills. And you can see all these projects are something like they are going out to the community. They are asking questions to different people in the community, and they're gathering data. And after gathering data, it's known as data collection. After collecting the data, they will present in the classroom. That is known as data analysis. So that they will do at the bottom here. You can see by doing this, you will also develop this thing, and they will present in the classroom in maybe in a poster, maybe in with the discussion, maybe with the chart paper or any other way. So these are the some samples from our Spark Next Spark Science books. This is the life skill, and this is completely homework. Life skill is homework, whereas this activity that you can see, this is from the textbook. That means it is the classwork. And this is one more interesting thing, or you can say my favorite part in the textbook, inquire like a scientist. So what is the main intention of this thing is, for example, we say we are developing skills, we say we are developing skills, but the problem is we are completely spoon feeding to the student. If you are spoon feeding to the student, then what will come out of their brain? Nothing will come out of their brain. Everything is like a hand, like tailor made and giving to them. They are just writing somewhere, like copy pasting the answers. That's not how their brain will develop. They have to take challenges, they have to use challenges. Through challenges only their brain will develop. For the reason we have this inquire like a scientist. For example, you can see the second one. This is from the grade 8 uh, co- coal and petroleum chapter. In coal and petroleum chapter, we are discussing fractional distillation, where we will say, okay, take the crude oil and heat it, and it is separated into different components or different fractions of the thing. So that fractional distillation is mentioned in the point of crude oil, but the fractional distillation term is mentioned. So here you can see we are saying, okay, learning objectives to infer the fractional distillation of the mixtures of the substances. So just we gave something like an image in laboratory setup of the fractional distillation, nothing else. So by connecting it to the fractional distillation given in the chapter, they have to get an idea. Okay, this fractional distillation also works the same way as the crude oil, and then they have to write the entire procedure by looking at this image. By looking at this image, they also write the materials required, observation, and inference everything about this thing. So here also you can see we gave materials, we gave some procedures also in between, and some are left blank. So they have to fill the blank one by looking at the material. What would be the procedure to follow to do this activity or to perform this experiment? So this is like, instead of giving the complete spoon-fed information, we are giving some required, whatever the very required and very necessary information only, and asking them to figuring out the complete activity or complete experiment. This we have for every chapter, each and every chapter we have one thing for the grade 6 to 8 in our next science textbooks. Clear? And also for STEM curriculum, we are also having something like we are connecting here. You can say, as ma'am said, like there is also something as a game connectivity. So we are connecting the content to the game. For example, here you can say this is a nutrition adventure. So this nutrition adventure, students will play from number one, and they will roll dice and they will move up. For example, let's say you are here, this box or this thing says that optimum salt intake. If you take optimum salt intake, that's a very positive thing, so they will go up. Where they will go? They will go to the controlled blood pressure. For example, they are here chewing tobacco and smoking, that's a very negative thing for your health. Then you will go down. Where you will go? You will go down to the cancer risk. So we are teaching them, at the same time we are it's like engagement for them. They are also playing the game, at the same time they are getting some new information out of this game. So that's how we'll design this. This is a very engaging way to say the nutrition topic to the students, instead of boring like, okay, let's discuss about the cancer risk of the for the human beings. So first point, chewing tobacco is injurious. Second point, chewing tobacco, doing smoking is injurious to your health. If you say in this way, the memory retention will be very less. Even after like 1 week or 2 weeks, the students will not able to remember what they studied, or what they covered, what you covered in this particular class. But if you make them to play this game, then the memory retention will increase from 1 week to 1 year also. They will able to remember it better anyway. So this we have in our textbooks, like science textbooks, next science textbook, grade 6 to 8. Yeah, same thing here. Nourish your plant. So they have to connect, okay, from water to plant, okay, fertilizer to plant, again from plant, the carbon dioxide release that will go to here. So in this way, they have to connect the multiple ways, multiple connections. So this also you can see. And science everywhere. Science can be everywhere. All you need is you should have that eye to look at it. So similarly, if you take egg, there is lot of science related to egg also. So that's why bouncy egg. So after dipping in vinegar, the shell will become weak due to the chemical reaction, and the water will be vinegar will be absorbed, so it will increase, and it will become like a bouncy egg. And if you break the raw egg, one side of the egg will have a air sac which is required to for the baby or the embryo to grow. So that will having the air sac in it, it will float in the water, whereas other part of doesn't have any air sac, it will sink. Same with the here also. It's egg in the bottle, so you are eating the air in it, and the vacuum is created, and boiled egg will be pulled inside because vacuum is there. So that's how you can connect the very basic air egg topic also to the science activity. And we these are some examples. These are some snaps from our textbook. As you can see, this we have in the next science textbook from grade 6 to 8. So apart from this, we also have some suggestions for you. Sugar board project. Why? Because, for example, this you can say. First, let me explain what is a project. Then I will say how it is connected to math and how it is connected to science. So this is a project. This is a activity. This is also mandated by CBSE and ICSE as well to do in the respective schools. So this is a very simple one. For example, here you can see this is in water. This is different drinks, soft drinks or hard drinks or caffeinated drinks or anything like that, and we have the amount of sugar in it. Because stu basically the children are very vulnerable to this kind of thing, where they are quickly get addicted to sugary drinks or addicted to non-healthy junk food. So to make them aware, because they will not read the labels, because they will not understand how much sugar is in there until unless we show them. So this is the best way to represent the amount of sugar in anything. For example, here you can see water 0 grams of sugar, so nothing is there in the pouch. And then you can see here we have some other drink where 16 grams of sugar is there. You can see the quantity. Then you have 28 grams. You can see the increase in quantity as you go on. Then this particular thing has a 50 grams of sugar. You can see the quantity is increasing. So in this if we visually represent the amount of sugar, then students will be aware. Okay, fine. Okay, next time I shouldn't go for this large amount of sugar thing. Let me go for the less amount of sugar, that is water with 0 grams of sugar. So this is one way of doing the project. To to get this project, to do this project, you have to collect the data, or you have to ask the students to collect the data. To collect the data, if and every packet food would have something known as a nutrition table. This it looks like this thing. This is the table of the nutrition. So this is a nutrition table. So you can ask the students, okay, go to supermarkets, find different food like healthy food or junk food, any food, and look at the table on that particular food, and identify what is the number of sugar and what is the number of what's the number of grams of protein or fat or cholesterol or carbohydrates and
It's the amount which is mentioned in grams or milligrams, so that they can just collect it and place it just below, can create an chart this way. It's
yes,
not the number, it's the grams or
it's a
milligrams that
grams
you
and
mentioned.
milligrams.
Yes, yeah.
Yes. So one, and here also mathematics is involved, because typically all the labels they will give for 100 ml, or they will give for 180 grams, or they will give for 1 cup or something. They will not give for the complete volume. For example, the packet volume is 1 liter. The table itself is for 100 ml only. So they have to multiply it. So math is involved in this project also. So, and global awareness is involved, health awareness is involved, math is involved, science obviously, food chapter is involved, food is involved, nutrition is involved. So in this way, one project can be involving different parts of the STEM, and you can give this project work to the students. So there is a very simple framework for the STEM. So these are the samples from our textbook. Now we will see what are the samples what we have for the science lab, like not the textbook part, apart from the textbook, what we have for the STEM curriculum. The- we take it very basic. First you will take the foundation knowledge, then you need hands-on application on the knowledge, and you have to connect it to the real life, because every activity or every phenomena or every principle can be connected to the real life world at the larger scale. The first let me go back to the slide second where we connected it. So this is an example. This is the same simple thing that you students are able to do at the classroom level also. Whereas this is something at the industrial scale. But both are same. Both works on the same principle. So that's how you can connect it to the real life world. So this is our science explorer kits. So nothing but hands-on activity kits. Here we have, so this is also known as a physical kit. So we will provide the set of materials where we will give the instructions also, so that it is easy to for them to assemble and perform the particular experiment or activity. And very good thing about the science explorer kit is these are 100% mapped with our particular textbook. If you take our textbook and if you go with the from chapter 1 to chapter 10, you will find 10 activities same in the science kits with the same one activity mapped to one particular chapter. So let me show one activity. So in this activity you will also get a lab manual where you will have all the instruction. How do we get this experiment kit? So this is something that you can opt from our services, where we will give this kit to schools. And I think you will be getting a mail regarding this. Usha ma'am, can
Yeah,
you
yeah, it is
confirm
from
this?
the Next Education company, ma'am. So science kits will be available. So you can register into the website, and there you can just raise an support team or raise a customer care number. Just dial it and ask for it. So you will be getting it along with the books you wanted. It will be given, because this is all curriculum aligned. Or you want it separately as per the CBSE, that is also fine, because
Okay.
mostly we are aligned with the CBSE plus ICSE, and few of the state boards also we give as per their demand. If the client asks, the school asks, then obviously we are giving that too.
So
That is also.
you're already using next education books, then you will be having a point of contact
Yes, you
regarding
can
the books. You can
approach
you can
your.
always reach out to them and say that we need science kits, science
Yeah,
HOA kits, and they will be providing you with the sample one, and then you can accordingly you can take a call.
you can ask your BDM or area manager or regional manager, ma'am, who will be associated with the school, so he would be helping you.
So that can be used in the
Right.
math, science,
We have
or
math lab,
yes,
science lab,
yeah.
English lab, and robotics lab. All the 4 labs are there, so it is up to you to choose it. Right.
Okay. So moving on, then we have we will give a manual inside the kits where you will find all the instructions to perform the activity. All, so you don't have to carry required anything else other than the box with what we are providing. So this is a sample thing that you can see. Objectives are there, prior knowledge and materials in the kit, and you can see again, if you observe closely, there is a QR code also. So again, for the same thing, why? Because we came across one challenge. Let me quickly go back and connect it. Yeah, the one size fits all model is a traditional one. What we have is a different learners, personalized learners. So this is what the personalized is. Simply, uh, there in any classroom is a spectrum. There will be some students, just give them the material, they will able to assemble everything, they will perform it very, very well and nice. There will be some students who need image support. Without image, they will be like feel lost, they will not able to understand what to connect where, which cable to connect which one, which is a crocodile clip connected to which battery, which terminal of the battery, they will get confused. For them, we have the image. But still there will be some set of students, even with the image, they will feel okay, they're not able to understand what to do. For them, we have the video, so they can watch the video where the same, using the same materials, we performed exact the same experiments. Then after watching the video, they will be able to perform the activity very well and good. So that's what the different style of learners. For image step support, the text support, image support, video support, three type of learners, we have three different things in our kit.
Here you
So
have a
this is
QR code, even that QR code can be scanned. That is one option. The other one, you have an NG app also. So that is the other way.
Yeah, we will also provide digital content if you take any resource from us, any product from us. And one of the good thing about this thing is we have, we are not like okay, just giving you materials and giving you steps. We are also doing an evaluation also. For example, after the activity, we are asking you to okay, answer this kind of questions, and there is a space provided in the kit itself, so you don't have to keep any other notebook for it. In the lab manual itself, the students can write the answers here itself. And this is the most important thing, After the experiment, the same experiment or the same principle behind the experiment can be used at the larger scale in real life world. That is what real life examples. So that is how we are connecting the textbook to real life world. We are first we are teaching them theory in the textbook, then we are asking them to perform the activity or perform the experiment using our hands-on activity kit, then we are connecting it again to the real life application. So this is what this framework is: first teaching, then hands-on application, then connecting it to the real life world. This we
And
are
here
doing
is
here.
where the reflection questions, like whether the student is doing that, performing it. And the second thing is about the application level questions also will be asked, like regarding the reasoning part, like why this has happened, so that even the principle of that concept also will come into picture. Right,
Okay.
Sheila?
Yeah. So quickly I will change and I will show you the video how it looks. Okay. Yeah. So just now we saw fire alarm. So this is the fire alarm. Let me play the video for you. So this is how our digital content looks like, with the objective prior knowledge, images of particular materials, all the materials images, and precautions if any, and then the procedure. So procedure is a video part. Is it audible? Is it audible?
Yes, sir, it's audible.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for the confirmation.
Take
Yes,
the
sir, it's
buzzer and
audible.
place it on the table. Take the black and gray colored wires ending with jumper connectors. Attach the longer terminal of the buzzer, which is the positive terminal, to the jumper connector of the gray wire. Attach the shorter terminal of the buzzer, which is the negative terminal, to the jumper connector of the black wire. Now, take the plastic box and remove its lid. Next, take the gray and blue colored wires ending with crocodile clips at one end and jumper connectors at the other end. Insert one end of the blue wire containing the jumper connector through the hole in the outer surface of the plastic box lid. Repeat the same step with the gray colored wire. Now, connect the pointed end of the jumper connector of the gray with the help of the matchstick and observe. The buzzer does not produce sound until the candle placed below the bimetallic.
So this is how you will be able to access the videos from our thing. So quickly I'll jump back.
Yes, Ani.
Yes, is
Uh, I just wanted to know, these videos, are they available?
Available in our app, ma'am. It's available in our NG app, in our LMS, in our curriculum.
Okay.
It is
Okay.
aligned with the curriculum. So you want to take it separately as a science kit, you can take it. As a science lab, you want to take it, you can go ahead. Or along with the books that you want to, that is also fine.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
actually I got a question. So teachers are asking what is the use of attending webinars or trainings for the language or SST teachers, because uh, for example there are some set of skills like critical thinking or problem solving. If you take the entire spectrum of 21st century skills, not all skills are possible to develop in one subject. some skills are very easy to develop in one subject and some skills are very easy to develop in other subject. So this kind of skills are, if it is developed in using science better, we have to use STEM to develop it. And that entire skill set is also used in the respect like maybe languages subject or maybe in the social subject also. So the skills developed using this science or using the STEM curriculum will always be helpful in other subjects also. It's not like only for science it is helpful, for the entire student development is helpful. So to get an idea, other subject teachers can also join this session to get an idea how the STEM works and how the skill development works. So moving on, this is what we have for the science hands-on kit or the physical kits. Now let's see what we have for the virtual lab. We also have some set of resources. This set of resources we have for the virtual lab. You can see, start with the stories. For the primary sections, we have some stories, then activities and experiments, then interactive experiments, and uh, 1 second, we have something. It's true, in next stage we have exercise after each lesson wherein some mathematical problems, some English grammar related. Yes, yeah, in textbooks we have something known as subject connect, where we are connecting different subjects, where we are connecting science to social, where we are connecting science to mathematics, mathematics to English, English to social. So we have this approach going on in the textbooks. So we have this number of activities under the virtual lab. So let's quickly I'll show. As you can see, so this is one science lab course plan for the grade 6. uh, from grade 6 we have NCERT practicals also. So whatever the practicals that mandated by the NCERT, we have that digital version as well. Along with that, we have some AV modules. These are not the same videos or the same content that what we provide with our regular curriculum or with our books. These are completely different and extra. And we have HOA. HOA stands for hands-on activity. We have 2 hands-on activity mapped to this particular subject or chapter. Then we have some other activities. So yes, ma'am. Shushmita ma'am, is there a question? Okay. I will show our activity videos work. This by the template by this looks exactly the same as HOA. You will have overview, you will have a materials required, you have a procedure, and the difference is you will have a observation table. The in the beginning I showed something like observation table in the textbook, and you will find observation table here in the video version as well. And you will have an inference on based on that thing. So let's go to video.
Place a wooden plank. Take a battery. Take a bulb. Connect one end of the battery to the bulb. Connect the other end of the battery to a drawing pin. Now connect the other end of the bulb to a paper clip in such a way that the paper clip and drawing pin act as a switch. Press the paper clip onto the drawing pin so that the circuit is connected and allows the current to flow. Record your observations.
So this is how activity digital part of the activity looks like.
Yes, Alok Mishra and few of the team members, educators, I know that you are not getting the certificate. Maybe there might be some lag, but my team makes sure that you will be getting the certificates. But I know that we are all learning just not for the sake of certificates, but to upgrade and update ourselves, right? That is our main motto, because nowhere you get such information, and we want to groom you, update you, and see that you get to implement, you make the students inspire and get implemented in your schools. That is the main motto behind, and certificates is secondary. But the knowledge that you gain, no one is going to steal it, right? Okay, so don't get scared because of that. So team is there to take care of it, but get the complete knowledge that we are sharing it. Right.
So quickly, I will show one more thing what we have for the simulation part. Yes, Subra ma'am, is there a question? So for science, we have different things like anatomy. For example, let's say you are explaining a topic of heart. Heart is a 3D thing. So to explain a 3D object or 3D thing, it is very difficult in a 2D because all images are 2D. So if your image is 2D, the students are not able to visualize it. If students are not able to visualize it, then they are not able to understand it better. So to make them visualize, we have to show 3D images of heart. So for that reason, we have this something known as anatomy. I will open it. I can see some change here. Someone else's. Yeah, I'm back. Yeah, that is anatomy. Then we have chemical reactions for chemical reactions to show the chemical reactions. Then to make them understanding about the periodic table, we have specific known as a periodic table. For the classification of entire species, we have the classification. To teach about the specific acid and bases, we have the acids and bases. So then the FET simulations. So the best part of the simulations is there are some things which are not possible to do in a physical or world or in a laboratory setup, whereas it is 100% possible to do it the virtual setup. For example, I will show you one. This is the bending light simulation. We have every simulation we have basic, medium and advanced levels. So let me go to the basic level. So this is a let me turn on the light. So one thing that you have to understand in simulation is, in simulation, each and everything is changeable. Like every parameter, you can play with every parameter, you can change every parameter. So this is a very standard question or the standard image that you can find in any textbook or any question. But coming to the competitive exams, for example, you are preparing for NTSC or NSO or anything like that, they will not ask this question. They will ask you, what will happen if light is entering from the water to air? So for example, this is something like light is entering from air to water. But in question paper, they will not ask air to water because that will become a textbook question. That will become a remembering question. They want to actually check the knowledge. So then what they will do? They will change the material. So you can see I'm also changing the material from water to air, and they will give you 4 options and you have to tick. So obviously you will assume, okay, this is the air to water question and maybe it is also same in water to air, and you'll tick that option, and you'll students will get the negative marks or anything like that, because they are not able to understand the concept better. They are going back again to the rote learning of remembering the images. To make them understand this, make them prepared for this kind of question, this kind of competitive question approach, you can perform virtual labs or virtual science setup. Here you can play with all the parameters. For example, you can see this. So this is very much different from the air to water. This will be also there in the options, but obviously students will not able to identify the correct answer and able to tick for this option. They'll go for what air to water, which image is there in the textbook. For example, what will happen if we enter water into water? To do this experiment, you should have like 2 glasses water, like 2 water tanks. This is very complex and very difficult to perform at the in the physical world. But in the virtual world, with a click of a button, you can perform this kind of experiments. So now both mediums are water. Let me turn on the light. You can see there's no refraction or reflection. Completely it is going back. Or I will also, you can also check each and everything. For example, let me come back to the basic one, air. Now the in competitive question, they will ask you, okay, how much percentage of the light is refracted, how much percentage of the light is reflected, and they will give you multiple options. And students will be not able to answer this kind of question because they will not see intensity as a separate topic. They will see, okay, lines are there, these lines are working fine. But if you do these experiments, you can bring this tool of intensity and you can actually measure the intensity. For example, in the beginning it is 100%. And after incident, you can see it is 5.4 5.2% is here and 94% is here. So similarly, you can check angle also by taking this thing, and you can check the angle as well. So each and every parameter is possible to check in the virtual science lab FET simulations. And then you can play with all the materials that you want. Or let me go back to the go to the next level, that is this. So for if you look at the higher grades, lenses will come into play. And in, for example, this I will taking, this is a very thing. But in a exam, they will not ask one single lens like this or one mirror like this. They will always mix it with multiple things, and they will ask you a question. Yeah, this is a known format. Let me keep this. So they will not ask single thing, and I'll ask you a multiple mixture of multiple things. For example, let me mix it with these two lenses here. Yeah, here you can see I can rotate it as well. I can rotate it any angle. So this is what they will ask. Yes, ma'am. Nirmala, ma'am. Is there a question? Nirmala, okay. Okay.
Sir, good
Yes, ma'am.
evening, sir.
Good evening, ma'am.
So, can you please explain any one of the concept with regard to the pressure, sir?
Sure, ma'am. Pressure. Okay. I'm sharing my screen. You can choose the topic, and we'll discuss that. We have this under pressure thing. Is will it work for you, ma'am?
Yes, sir, it's fine for me.
Okay. So this is what we have. This is what we have for the different tank levels, and this is the pressure gauge. Currently, you're measuring the pressure coming out of here, and we are increasing the water level, and you can increase check the pressures of different things. For example, this is a different setup. So what will happen if I have different setup? We'll be having the different pressures. How it is impacting each and every area and volume of these tanks, impacting the pressure. And you can change if you want your ruler, you can take ruler. If you want the grid level to check the volume level, if you want metrics, if you want to change the full fuel fluid density from water to honey or water to gasoline, anything is possible here. All the parameters you can change, and then you can actually, it is better to use this thing to pose questions. For example, you can ask this. Okay, now we covered, because in textbook the examples will be water, or the very textbook basic examples will be there, and you can ask, okay, now I'm changing to honey, what will happen? Then you can actually perform the experiment and whether verify whether the answer given by the student is correct or wrong. In this way, we have different things, and actually you can put weight and you can check the pressure. Now if you check it, and you will have a different pressure, and if you remove the weight and check it, you will have a different pressure. Okay, ma'am. Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
So yes, we have n number of activities. These are mapped from grade 5 to grade 12. We From grade 5 to grade 12, we have almost 50 activities or 50 simulations for physics, and then we have some for chemistry as well, then we have for biology, and we have for math also. So these are very difficult
Excuse
to.
me, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you show for us like this for Archimedes principle?
Okay.
Class ninth physics topic, Archimedes principle.
Yes. Just a second, ma'am. Let me search for it.
I think that buoyancy one was there, floating.
Density. Yes. So we have this thing. So now you can see density is here. Now I'm increasing the mass. Accordingly, it is increasing. I'm decreasing. I can decrease the volume. I can change the materials from different things and check whether it will float or sink. At which point it will be equal to that, and so that it will float. Everything is here.
But sir, it is easy to manage in this way. Density is equal to mass per volume. But basically, I am interested for looking into if we have taken some samples, for example, tap water or salt water. How about the loss in weight and all that? In terms of that,
Okay, ma'am. I have to look for that. Just a second. Yes, ma'am. Priya, ma'am, is there any question? Yeah. So we have only this, whatever that you can see on the screen. We have this setups. So you can only do the whatever we have
Check under the
concept, right?
chemistry, Sriram. Maybe under chemistry it might be there because you're checking right now under physics.
Okay. In chemistry, we have atoms.
Because the buoyancy and density comes under here.
actually, it is mine's physics topic.
It is a physics topic only. Mhm.
Yes, ma'am.
No, we have only for density part, not for the other.
It's in terms of density, actually, sir. It is easy to show, and I give them various example, and I take them even sample in the class also. But with respect
Okay.
to loss in weight, there is always a question because it say loss in weight is equal to the amount of water displaced by it. But that is sometimes not experimentally corrected.
Yeah, ma'am. But we don't have any model or simulation model for that thing. We have only for the density part. Okay. Moving on, I'll also show one in the chemistry. Let me take something like acid bases, because acid base is something, it is not complex topic, but students will have a lot of confusion between this thing, like especially coming to H plus and OH minus ions. They will always get confused between these ions, what is what. For example, now currently it is in water. You can see the molecules. If you change it to strong acid, you can see the red molecules or pink molecules. They are in larger in number. They are H3O plus, like acidic ions. But if you go for the strong base, you can see the change in number. So in this way, the visualization is for the students gets better. And also this is so accurate. I'll give one example to show the accuracy of this particular simulation model. For example, this is a pH paper. I changed the tools from the indicator to paper down here. Now, if I insert it halfway, only the halfway pH paper color changes. But if I dip completely, you can see complete pH paper color changes. So this is a very accurate to the real physical world, and you will get this particular, you'll get the particular result out of it. For example, I'm using this conductivity. So using this, you can actually pose the questions to it, students, saying that okay, I'm inserting into the weak acid, and you can see the intensity of the bulb is glowing and intensity of it this much. Now, what happens if I change from weak acid to strong acid? What happens if I use the strong acid as my liquid? You can, and the students will give you different answers, different level of answers. They will give everything, and actually you can perform this experiment right in front of them and actually show them. So I'm inserting it, and you can actually verify their answers. The intensity is increasing. So this is how you can post questions on activities, and I immediately you can perform this experiment using fit simulations, and you can verify their answers.
It would continue till 6:30, Ajit. The reason is we don't want to just give the definition part and give the philosophy of it and leave it. We want to come up with more examples so that your implementation in the classrooms becomes easy. Okay, so I know that you are consuming this as a knowledge pill, and for your betterment is what we are coming up with more examples. So please be patient, wait till it consumes, till it is done. Mostly by 6:30 we are going to wind up, because more and more examples obviously will enrich your knowledge. Right?
For
This is not for the sake of certificate. Please do understand. It's for enriching you and upgrading you with extra knowledge with respect to whatever educational reforms and updates are happening in the CBSE curriculum. I hope everyone understands. Please cooperate with us.
So coming to the anatomy, for explaining the 3D objects, it's very difficult. Students will not able to visualize it better. So there are only two solutions. Either you have to bring the 3D model to the classroom and show it to the students and so on, and then explain the topic. So most of the schools will not be having 3D models ready to go. So for that reason, we have something known as anatomy in our system, where you can use this thing. You can use this thing to explain the concepts. For example, heart. So I can click on it, and then you will get the 3D image of heart, and then you can explain the 3D image of heart. Yeah. So you can rotate it, you can get the 360 view and complete insights. So the visualization gets better. The more the better the visualization, the better understanding of the concepts. And you can also do the cut section. So let me hide the labels, and you can do the cut section. So this is a cut section of the heart. You can enhance it, and you can explain the all the four walls to the students better, so that they will understand it better. This you can do for all the internal organs. This is what we have for the simulations and anatomy. And similarly, we have for the periodic table also, because periodic table typically the atom structure or anything like that, the students are facing difficulty to understand the atom structure. But in this visualization, they can clearly understand, okay, what is atom, how many electrons are there, and which level, and everything. So using this, it will act as a aid in your teaching. So it will not replace you as it, like it will completely, you can using this, you can teach them better, and students will understand it better, because as I said, attention span is very less. Yes, ma'am. Nirmala ma'am.
Hello, sorry to interrupt you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. Please. No
Can you
problem.
please explain, because we do have electronic structure of methane and nitrogen compound in grade 10. Can you please give me one example? How can we do it easiest way, in a easiest way?
So here
Electronic gas structure.
So here we have only this model is only for atoms, but if you want to do anything related to compounds, there is something known as a ball stick method. Like you can take play dough, you can take a clay model, or you can take anything, and you can take sticks from the earbuds or normal sticks also, and you can make the models out of them, and you can ask the students to make the different models. and and they will take the one, they will make a big ball, label it as C, and they will make small balls, label it as H, and they will add four H balls to the big clay ball using the sticks, and they are from forming the methane bond. And
Yeah,
this
so
is
that
and again, this is a 3D one. So in this 3D one, if you are teaching for the higher grades, you can teach them the tetrahedral shape, because typically they will assume it is a like plus shape in the 90 degrees, but not 108 degrees. So you can teach all this thing in the 3D models.
you can give different colored play doughs, ma'am, where you can say that green is for oxygen, hydrogen is blue color, like that. So ask them to assemble by taking this sticks as an single bond. And you can even explain the valency, that C is having four valency. That is the reason it is being bonded with four sticks, and that is forming hydrogen bonds, like bonding with the hydrogen atoms. Yes, ma'am. I hope it is clear.
Okay. So next,
One second, sir.
yes, ma'am.
Even sorry, one second. Uh, Same technology can be used for the fullerene concept as well. Even I have done the same model. Can we continue with the same thing? Fullerenes. Buckminster fullerene concept is there in grade 10.
Okay.
With the help
You're
of this,
talking about the ball stick method, ma'am.
yes, sir.
Yeah, it can be used. It can be used for the lower grades, or you can increase the complexity also.
Fine, sir. Thank
When
you.
you
Yeah.
give double bonds, then you can need to give two sticks, ma'am, matchsticks, or it can be toothpicks, or you can use the earbuds also.
Fine, ma'am. Thank you.
Right.
So this we have, let me show if we have any interactive activities. So we also add exercises to it. For example, it's not like, okay, you're performing it, and we are just leaving it without evaluation. For every activity, we have some kind of evaluation. You can see we have 5 6 activities, again 5 6 evaluations are there, and all evaluations are uh, like interactive and as well as objective. So you will get immediate acknowledgement whether you whatever the answers given by the student is correct or wrong. So for example, this is our MCQ. If you click any answer and click on this check answer, it will show you whether it is right or wrong. Similarly, you can see the number varies. Number varies from the 10 to 20. Every activity, you have 10 to 20 questions, and unique questions, not not repeated from the textbook or not repeated from any other material. Unique questions for related to that particular activity. This is how we are evaluating after each and every experiment and each and every activity. So we are starting with the theory content, then we are connecting it to the, then we are performing an activity or application based thing, then we are connecting it to the real life world, and we are ending that particular concept with an evaluation. This is how the complete circle will be completed. So that is what we have for the science STEM. So let me go back here. Yeah. And all the things whatever I discussed so far is an included package with our learning management systems, with our web version, or the you can also access with our Teach Next also.
So we are giving so much of vast information, so which includes the pedagogies, even though we are not emphasizing here, because it is integrated with Bloom's taxonomy, where we say about explore. We say we are even related to Gani's learning model, which includes the second concept of it, and 5E and 7E approach even, and then goes with your Panchadi approach. So in all these pedagogies, somewhere or the other, the hands-on activities or these experiential learning or these simulations are integrated. They're a part of these approaches, so which we are not even emphasizing. You will be knowing it because already we have covered pedagogies, I think, in the first few sessions. In the first few weeks, we have already covered it. So this is, I can say, like more than 3 months we have conducted. So you would be forming a layer over it. So just try to connect when we are saying something. It's not like independent entities. These are all connected somewhere or the other.
So
Right.
what is the need of this STEM is the entire world is changing. You can see 75% of the new jobs that's creating are completely on the STEM related, and everyone wants skills, not the academic excellence. They are not looking for the CGPAs, they are not looking for the percentages. They want a skill set. They are looking for a skill set. To develop the skill set, this STEM driven activity, STEM driven approach is very important. And currently you can see in by the 2031, 10% is growth in STEM occupations or STEM professions are projected. So this is very much required for this generation kids to have this set of knowledge. So do you have any questions? Anything related to the STEM? So think like STEM is not just about the knowledge, it's about the solving problems. Using science, technology, engineering, and mathematics, students should be able to solve problems. So to develop this approach, projects, activities, and all the things that whatever I discussed in this session are helpful to generate or to develop this problem solving approach or problem solving mentality. And teachers, you should be able to increase or start that curiosity to the students. You should show the, okay, this is possible. You should drive the change to the students, so that students are always looking up to the teachers for what are the different possibilities that is available. So they please use whatever the knowledge that you acquired from these sessions in your day-to-day classes, so that it is very beneficial for you as well as students also. And if you want any products or if you're interested anything to know about more next education, we'll be sharing one feedback form. There you just mention it and give your details like email, phone number, and everything, and someone from the team will be able to connect you regarding the products.